What's going on? What's going on? It's your man Mousy 219 TV Midwest Connected, man. Teach for life. Let's not forget GoFundMe. It's not life insurance. And over here, man, at 219 TV Midwest Connected, we bring you topics and trends related to topic. But now the topic is the bread. We also like to get to that bag, and this is what we call hustlenomics, stocks for the block. So we come on here talk about the stock market, what's going on, investments, business, whatever you got going on. We're gonna try to get to the point where we promoting a business every month. So if you got a business, y'all got something going on. This particular platform, this little situation on this, look at me like BET. We got different shows at different times. Got stocks for the block. We got the transition podcast. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you got the life assurance. You got it's a one-stop shop here for my people. But hey, let's get right to it, man. Let's get right to it, man. We finna get right to it, man, and we finna talk about the stock market, man. Trump, check your 401k. We live. This is what we do, man. This is a live trade. So what I want to show people, like I said, I had some people, we was talking about it. They was asking some questions about it. And my brothers know I ain't never been no hater, man. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to know how to get to the bread. So that way we could help me. I might be slipping somewhere. You might know something that I need to know. Now, right now, let's look. Now, remember yesterday, if you tap in, we gonna get right to it now. We gonna talk about I'm gonna show you wins and losses. Right now, see what we was contemplating going to the block. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? Instead of going to the block, let me take $250 and put it on this block and see where we at right now. I'm gonna try to flip some work on Wall Street instead of y'all streets. You know what I'm saying? So this we got to look at it another way. But anyway, now check it out. This morning, this is Palantir. You see this jump right here? This was first thing in the morning, 9:30. Bam, peaked up. If you remember yesterday, I'm gonna go look. You the five, see the same thing happened yesterday in the morning. See, boom, peak up. You know what I'm saying? Boom, peak up. That was yesterday. So today, same thing happened. First thing in the morning. Remember, I told y'all it's a peak every morning. Now, right now, it's 10:30. We 2 hours in. Everything is running up. Tesla running up. This one running up. So what they trying to do, they know that China didn't put this tariff on there. And when China's put that tariff on there, y'all know the news. I got the stock thing playing in the background. But yeah, you know the news. They put uh uh China hit us with 84% tariff last night. Because we hit them with 104. So now, last night when they hit them, uh, you know, I had to check something on the phone. But last night when they hit them, it was already lowering yesterday. So now the mark open. So now they try to get a run up. But this is what, if you watch guys, shout to Wall Street Trapper, Chris saying, y'all go check out their videos, Ian on the show, EYL, and shout to Convo with Sino, man, and Mayor Eddie Melton. Yeah, we're going to get on Joe Budden here. Y'all already know that. Check out Convo with Facino tonight. My brother going to touch on it. Then I got something to say about it. We're going to get on his head. But anyway, now y'all see what's going on. What I love about this, man, is this show you money moving at rapid pace. Now, wait, let me put the SPY in here. Now, what I like to do, like I said yesterday, I like to look at certain stocks. Hold on, I got the SP5 in there. Okay, wait. There we go. All right, boom. Now, right now, the SPYs. Let's look at the SPY. We're gonna talk to y'all off of the SPY right quick. SP500. Now, SP500. It's an ETF. Now, and this is not financial advice. We trying to each one teach one. It's like we on the block hustling right now. We this conversation we just had while we waiting on cars to run past. You know what I'm saying? I done took my I bought me a cutie with 250. Look at this, we trying to work this cutie now. But now the SPYs are ETF, man. Because I am not a financial advisor, fiduciary, so don't be losing no money talking about, yo, man, you said, no, this ain't that. I'm just giving you another perspective on how to, you know, help feed your family. You might could tell me something. If you think I'm wrong, let's discuss it. You got a stock I ain't talking about, let's discuss that too. But each one teach one, you know what I'm saying? Shout to the white loony. But now the SPYs consider the ETF. Now they say ETF is like, it's like having a store where you invested in everything versus one thing. So it's all every stock like Tesla, a lot of these, Apple, all of them is in the SPY. So as a whole, the SPY is doing this, it did. Remember I said this morning, first thing this morning, boom, spike up. 9:30, they had a little spike up. Now it was just at $518. The spike up though, that's what we call pump faking. And then a lot of the stock market, it's a pump fake. It went up because once they know China didn't drop this tear, they know it's only a matter of time. Even if they straighten this thing out, it's gonna be a week or two or three before they do that. So in the meantime, they talking about shit going in place tomorrow. And see if eggs go up to 20. See, this is what it is. If eggs go up to $20, rich people ain't tripping because they got the 20. We fucked. Eggs go up to 20. Hey, all they gonna do in my household is help with cholesterol because I'm finna have to find another substitute. But point being, they can afford. You can't stand the rain, and it's raining right now. But now I want y'all to look at these. Now the reason I put all these stocks over here because I like to look at them as a whole. Like if I see it's all green, I know it's on the up. Now the VIX right here, when this go down, the stock market go up. You see this at 49. And I like doing it during the day because these numbers moving in real time. And what fascinates me about this, real time, these numbers is moving millions and billions. When they say 5 trillion deficit, because a lot of these numbers move down, a lot of money is lost. Millions and billions is made in the moment. So all this tariff shit just happened he always happened. But last night we made a decision at 12 o'clock, hit them with 104. They hit us with 84. Now they acting like they at the they on the block betting. They, Trump and the China dude, they over there betting. We on the side, which we side betting. But now if you're doing prize picks or something, it's like picking your over unders. Now, the one thing that's common sense, I'm what they call, you got to first ask yourself, you an investor or is you a trader? I learned I was a trader. It's a little more risky, but some in me is used to the excitement of chasing that paper. But anyway, but I know you can make, now depending on how you invest, because you want to buy, like I said yesterday, 10 to 20 shares. It's Christmas tree green around here. It's Christmas tree green around here. And now what I did, I did options. Not sure if you know what options is. Options is when you play in the market up or down. So what I'm doing, which a lot of people doing, they putting that the market gonna fall. So the pump fake is, because you see this VIX is slow, but it's now all these is going up. Look at Nike, where the Jordans coming from, the shoes coming from, everything that comes. So I start looking at the stocks that come from China. You know what we get from China? Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh damn, you know what? I should have I ain't even put nothing on here. Sony, PlayStations. We get computers. Now when they said, so when China went up on 84, so they mean, okay, we gonna charge y'all 84% or whatever y'all send to us. We charging them 100 some what they sent to us, but it's certain things we get from everybody, the metals and See, the first, they said it's 2 or 3 legs to this. The first leg of the tariff, they doing it by what we get from who we get it from. So say they be like, all right, we breaking this down, labor taker. This for my hustlers. Because the way hey man, if I could get this, anybody could get this. If you hustling, you can get this. If you got a business, you can get this. If you can add, you can do this. You feel what I'm saying? Now, look at it like this, just to understand the market a little bit. They got 2 or 3 people. A lot of people in the streets got the same work. Everybody got trees in the street. Everybody got trees. All right, we just use that. Everybody got trees. But here's for a different price. Here's for a different price. Here's for a different price. You my plug though. China is our plug on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? These right here, let's say Sony, PlayStation. They our video game plug. Everything we get video game, everything we get from them. Now we get some of the other stuff from everybody, like the metals. We can get that from South Korea. That's why y'all gonna hear they keep saying, well, South Korea trying to make a deal. Yeah, because some of these smaller countries that we get stuff from, we put it on everybody. Understand, this is World War III right here. We never thought it would be a money war, but we put it on everybody. So the fact that what we getting from them, we can get from somebody else is wiggle room. But where we gonna get hit at is your computers, your phones. That's why Apple stock is dropping. Your phones, anything that got a chip in it. Those chips that they talking about, chip companies, now when you see a chip company get to its lowest low, long term, you want to buy it. It ain't just stocks, it's stocks and bonds. I'll have you go look that up on your own. The yields in the bonds, the 5 to 10. When they buy bonds, it's because they protecting their money later. And they see it's so fucked up right now. 30-year bonds is going up, which means treasury bonds. Treasury bond, that's who the stimulus money came from. That's why I had to figure out what money. When America used to be like, damn, they always say we in debt. I'm like, how we in debt and we make money, man? You know what I'm saying? Because I like to tell my kids this, you know what I'm saying? If you can't give them money, I tell my kids, you want the game or you want the change? Take this game, it's gonna last a lot longer because I only got $20 on me right now. But if you how did the dude say it, man? I'm trying to think how the dude put it so I could tell y'all. But anyway, we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to that. But they got all of the parts that so we got to get that from them. So they saying iPhones could go up from 1,000, just to give you a quick, say iPhone $100. Theirs went up 104. So they say you multiply 100 by, or divide, you multiply 100 by 1.04, and that's what it'll cost. But anyway, it came to like almost $2,000 for what you paying $1,000 for now with this 104. That's double. You know what I'm saying? So he hoping that by putting on these tariffs, everybody gonna come to the table, want to negotiate. Basically, him and China having a pissing contest. China like, yo, we got money now. What they ain't telling y'all is the stock market is the bank of the world. And understand, China, they already in our stock market, so they buying up bonds and shit too. So when we gotta buy a bond, say China buy up half our bonds, and we gotta buy it back from them to give a stimulus. Now we owe China. That's what they mean by we be in debt. We owe China because they in our stock market buying a lot of our stocks because this is worldwide. Y'all can get in their stock market. It is what it is. But my little $20, I just leave it right here on my block. But now look at this is live time. Sony stock then dropped from 22 to 21. PlayStations. Now let me just show you within 5. We'll do 5 years right quick. You know what I'm saying? It was as low as 11, went up to 21 in 2022. You know what I'm saying? And then go before that, and it went up to $58. That was pandemic time. So before it get back to that price, but you see the low. So right before the pandemic, which was 2099 up in there, you know what I'm saying? When it's pandemic happened, 99, 2000. 2020. I don't know, what was that? Damn, 2000. 2020. My bad. My bad. Quit smoking. All right, yeah, 2020. But you see where it was at. 2020 it was around $14, $13. So what they be saying is whatever stock you got, check to see what's the lowest it went when the pandemic came in. That's what they want to drive a lot of them back down. Is up. Y'all see is they slowly, everything slowly turning red over here. See, it was all green. It was all good just a minute ago. Like they said, you would be to put some money down, went to the bathroom and come back and be done lost the house. You feel what I'm saying? So now the spy, remember we was at the spy? This was just at 497. We finna go back to today. Hold up, hold up. You know, we just live on here letting y'all see how it rock. This was at 497. And you know, you look at your time over here. Now I like Webull. If you could download Webull because you could do something in Webull called paper trade. Over here, you do something to say trade, to say paper trade. You go to paper trade. It'll let you open an account with fake money just so you can practice, learn how the game go. Don't use your actual money. That's really something I should have did before I probably would have still be mad. But anyway, like I said, that's a joke. But nah, for real though. But now look, the SPY going down. So as the SPY go down, now you want to see if Tesla. Now see these two right here, Tesla and Palantir. If you watch Chris, I noticed they both go up together. That's why I put them right here together. So some stocks I like to watch them together. This basically it. Now a lot of people say they don't want to do this. They don't want to sit all day and watch no computer. But to me, bro, if you could just sit here, say when to pull the trigger, when not to pull the trigger. Now I was down, you know, I didn't made a lot, lost a lot. For real, for real. So I didn't pay to this school of education, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of this I'm saying, because it's like with your kids, you know, you tell your kids do what I say, not what I do. I'm a little more risky when it comes to this, you know what I'm saying? I jump out the window, you know what I'm saying? I bet everything in my pocket on a card flip. Nah, I'm just playing. But now, Pete, I want to see now. I'm on Tesla, so I got to check this while we talk. Now you see this morning, Tesla was at what did it do this morning? 9:30. It was at 17. No, it was right here, 220. 220 and 9:30. It went up to 232. Now it's 229. Now you see these lines in between here. This high 234 and down here is 217. Now, if it stayed between that 234 and 217, that's what they call trading sideways. And when it's sideways, say if it's going up, you would have got 100 by doing that. That eats your money up if you hold in a option contract. That's why the length of time you got to give. You got a contract, you got to give it time for all this to play out because these is the movement. Anytime you see a straight line up, boom, take profit and go back in. A lot of this is rinse and repeat. Make a move, do it again. Now, like I say, now what they did, since they know these tariffs was in the play, now big money, they know people finna start taking money out. If not today, tomorrow, day after, because everybody nervous. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, check your 401k. You feel what I'm saying? You see this VIX then pop back up to 50. Nike, DraftKings, this just went down. Let's see what. Now, hold on. Let's look at. Damn, DraftKings made a spike. See this right here this morning? Boom. DraftKings shot up to $33. Now it's coming back down. It's 32. See, everything do that first spike first thing in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? They all got that spike first thing in the morning. They'll make that spike up. You feel what I'm saying? First thing in the morning, they'll make that spike up, boom. And then sideways. When it's doing this, now what they doing, when it come to options, you explain options is calls and puts, you know what I'm saying? Go to your thing, enable, see if you can put, but now options, if you're doing prize pick, look at the option as a bet. It's either gonna go up or down. You can say bet, but I call it investment because any probability thing is a probability thing. But the reason that any investment, you got time. See what I'm saying? So, and what made me look more into because of life insurance. So the life insurance world, we deal with the stock market. But anyway, You got time. A bet you got to win when the money hit the wood is either good or not. You know what I'm saying? An option, I could choose Friday, next month, whenever I want to hold it until to see if it give it a chance to go in whatever direction I feel it's gonna go because I've done my research. I know what's what. I know what they doing. You can check their balance books. You can see what they did for earnings. You can check the reports. See, that's the homework part. You know, that's why a lot of people play options because they feel like it's just, you know what I'm saying? They feel like it's just jumping in and out. But on the flip side, now look at the time. What time is it? It's ticking. Like this is a critical day. They was counting this down like New Year's. Well, last night we slapped. Hold on. All right, we back. Have to, handle that right quick. Ain't no weasel. All right, Pete. Let me all right. So now this live time, they slapped the tariff on last night. Now if you got a stock that you want us to look at, drop it in there. Let's see what they do. Now for all my people, now what's going on is it just happened today. Today Wednesday. So boom, stocks as y'all see over here. Now a lot of them was up. Stay up a dollar. They up here. Palantir, Tesla, Nike. Look what Nike doing though. Nike made a little jump this morning. We get a lot of them J's, man. T-Move, but them J's and T-Move is finna get taxed. Nike slowly on the slide, bro. 52. Look at it. You see it in the moment. Now, what I love about it just fascinate me that just say how I just took 250 and came into Wall Street. I'm gonna show y'all wins and losses. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you can learn some or if somebody know a little boat, let me know where we might be, going wrong. Cause we got to figure this out, bro. Cause it's too much money right here, and we chasing it. We in themselves trying to flip a cutie and getting 50, $60 off of it. You feel what I'm saying? You can take $5, $10, put it in this and just, but then this is life learned game. It's learning how money work. And what's crazy, you only gotta go to college to do this, man. Stock market, the only place you don't even need a degree. All you need to be is 18 and have a bank account. And you got access to more money than a doctor or a lawyer. But anyway, it's slowly now. It's 10:30, it's 11 now. They an hour ahead, so it's finna be 12 o'clock. And 12 o'clock is lunchtime on Wall Street. Look at the stock movement around 12. All this is green post day. Now, what they hoping is new investors look at the market like, oh shit, the tariffs ain't none. Everything is green. You feel me? So let me go on and put 1,000 in. As soon as they get enough people that got money in, because you got to think, you could play the market two ways. You could play it up or play it down. Me right now, I took my 250. So you know what? Let me play it down. Let me see how far it fall before I play it up. Now that's basically what options and trading is. Traders buy and sell more than investors. Investors put their money in and you park your money, let it ride when you invest. Pick the right time to park your money, sit, go on to work, wait 5, 10 years. That's what your 401k for. But the 401k situation, if you was gonna retire in the next year, 2 or 3, you really got a decision to make. If you got 5, 10 more years at work, you got time to play it out. You feel what I'm saying? Me personally, I didn't put too much in my 401k at work. You feel what I'm saying? Because I do things like this, so I kind of feel like, I'm a little more. I'm gonna know what to do more with my money. But sometimes you need that discipline. If you could do both, do both. Put some in your 401k and get you one of these. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, we looking at Nike, and Nike was as high as let's peek. So you go down here on your charts, you got to look at, like I said, keep in mind when the pandemic came and whatever numbers stocks was at when the pandemic came, everything dropped. So where we at? Let's do 2020, man. When the pandemic dropped, we got it. 2020. Pandemic dropped 2020. Let me see something. After that, Nike went up. See, when the pandemic, it had dropped as low as where it's at now. So shit, 2020. Yep, pandemic started around March. See how low it went? Nike went to, but where did it go? Nike went to 50 something. So shit, this is lower than what it dropped when the pandemic came. And then you see in the midst of the pandemic, Nike had went up to $170 within that next 2 years. So that's what they mean by long term. So if you get in here, it dropped, it went to 170 in 2 years. Now at that time, if your account had that in there, if you had some Nike stock, that's when you sell it, take your profit, because it didn't go back up. Ever since then, it has been down, down, down. And I know we've been buying Jordans. I done bought my kids some. Their mama them just bought them some recently, some Nike. So how the stock still going down? But you see now Nike then went down since 2022. You see what I'm saying? After the pandemic. Boom, boom, boom. Because you remember after the pandemic, they had the shipping, all of that. That next year they had to bring it back down. They wanted to keep it around here. Now it's about there. These are the levels they want stocks to be at. Hold on. Let me put this back over here. Now, these is the levels that they want up. Some more red. It's bleeding a little more back over here. You see, every time I come back, we lose one green. See, all this was green. Eventually, shit is starting to, what they call sell-offs. Now, if you got individual money, let's see what Tesla doing. Let's see what Tesla doing. Let's see what Tesla, because that's who I'm going against. I'm going against Tesla, man. Shout out to all my people that got Tesla. I ain't going against y'all. I'm going against the man. You know what I'm saying? The man winning right now, though. He up. He up. See, Tesla closed at 221. It's 229. But look how fast it's moving. See how fast it's moving. Now, this is what they call a high growth stock. The high growth stock, the volatility is what they call it. Just write some of these terms down, watch some shows. I watch Chris Sang. I love Wall Street Trapper, man. That's the dude. He make it hood, you know what I'm saying? He inspired me to reach out to my guys with it. But he from Louisiana, did 10 years in the joint. And what made me tap into Wall Street Trapper, because he gave an example, like, yo, if I'm getting them if I'm getting them from 10 down here and I take them up to Gary, Indiana, and I said, damn, what do you know about the G? And if he was hitting the numbers he was talking was accurate. So I'm like, oh, he really would know about the. That's what I'm trying to tell Joe Budden. They know about the G. But anyway, this is a high volatility one. See how quick these numbers is moving up? That means they got a lot of, up and down. A lot of people in and out. Now, let's say like this draft came. See the numbers moving? But see how that 84 just is moving slow. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of, because DraftKings is fault. That's a stock for all my gamblers like me. If you gamble or go to the boat, invest in the people that gamble on their site. It's like putting your money on the block instead of, let your money ride on DraftKings. And you could do an option. See, I like this screen, like I say, because I like to watch now. You could do an option, but see what happened this morning with it. Same thing. What was it? Big spike this morning, 3:30. Went to 33. Now see where it's set by. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. Finna be 12 o'clock on Wall Street, lunchtime. Now, this is a thing too. I learned this after losing so much money and doing so much research. See, I love y'all. Get paid off my pain. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get paid off my pain. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to make a donation for the information, you see the cash app, right? We all got kids to feed. You know what I'm saying? I try to do. I'm a vessel. God say be a vessel. Don't bury your gift. You know what I'm saying? My gift is the love of that money. But anyway. But now managing money, that I can't tell y'all that. That's a whole nother show. I can tell you how to make some. Keeping is another thing. But now look at DraftKings. But you see, they have to. The reason the stocks go up and down, because it's a rule in the stock market, like an unwritten rule. Say as a company, they got more money than me, so they know what's going on. They know they should be preparing themselves for their stocks to drop, but morally as a company, I can't just take all my money out because I heard that there is some shit about to happen with these tariffs. I gotta leave enough in there so the little people that got $20 in there, if I snatch my million now, your 20 gone. As soon as a big chunk come out, everybody start running. So they gotta leave it in there. They can't just take it all out. But they call it leading. So they can gradually lead it down, though. Which means this is what they call pump and dump. They're gonna put some money in to push it up. Hopefully you throw some money in, then they gonna throw it out. But when they throwing it out, they betting against themselves because they know they about to throw some money out, so they making money on the back end. And man, this is worse than it. This is deeper than the streets, bro. But the rewards is so like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Your profit margin, now every stock got a different price. Also, speak on that. High volume stocks, big cap, small cap, anything like this right here. U.S. Steel. This is how I play U.S. Steel. I don't work at the mill. Shout out my guys at the mill. You know what? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna put it so they at the top. I'm gonna put U.S. Steel, and I'm gonna put Cleveland Cliffs. Shout out to my man E, Cleveland Cliffs. What up, E Black? Now, boom. Now, on a positive note, what you get to see, this is what Trump know the game. If he don't know nothing, bruh, if Trump don't know nothing, he know this market, bruh. He know this market, bruh. So he know that the market, what they say, buy the rumors, sell the news. So anytime some information come out, people, it's anticipate. The markets is anticipation with anything speculative. It's hard that's why they try to say like gambling, because you guessing. But when you do your research, you do your information, you kind of know what certain things is going. And certain shit is common sense. Hell, like when COVID came, you couldn't leave the house. So anything that delivered or did something like that or whatever, that's what you invested in. Ordering companies. Now, once you got outside, that's going to go down. Now you got to know economics. Man, I would have wish I listened to Mr. Ricker a little bit more, man. You know what I'm saying? When I was a horse man. But anyway. So with that being said, just keep it in mind, like they say, you can invest in stuff in, man. It's like 10,000s of stocks on the market. That's why I be seeing all them numbers. So you get your 2, 3, 4, 5. You can make money off one stock. Just get you one, play it up, play it down, play it up, play it down, rinse and repeat. It's just the rinse and repeat factor. It's the rinse and repeat factor that a lot of people kind of had a problem with. Like, man, I don't feel like, but look, I look at it like this, man. I'd rather put my time and grind into this than, you know what I'm saying, than something else. But anyway, now uh I'm finna look at hold on. I'm finna look at Cleveland Cliffs. Now look at Cleveland Cliffs, bro. Cleveland Cliffs, $6. Cleveland Cliffs was one of those that it was like during the pandemic. Let me see something. During the pandemic, it was like, yeah, it went up to like $34 after the pandemic. It was one of those that after the pandemic, it started going up 34. Ever since then, it came down. But one of the reasons Cleveland Cliffs dropped was because of this tariff situation. Who we get our steel from? Steel was imported, exported. So them and U.S. Steel was on the. But now, cause see, where was U.S. Steel at? You know what I'm saying? Hold up. U.S. Steel was in 2020, right after the pandemic, because there was a lot of people making money off U.S. Steel too. Yeah, because it was cheap. It was like I remember it was like around the 18. Yeah, see, U.S. Steel had bounced from in 2020. Damn, in 2020, right after the pandemic, U.S. Steel went to $4. So it's a cheap stock. So if you would have bought U.S. Steel then, you could have bought what 400 of this, and right now you would be at $5,000. This 49. It's 49 now. So when the pandemic, if you would have bought and just hold. But you see how long you would have held it for 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It would have took $400 4 years to get to 4,900 if you would have straight out bought the stock. That's kind of how it's going in them 401ks too. A little bit of money that long, that's what it took. But that's at the one time they average cost, so they taking 4,000 over this time. So when you get it to 4,900, if by the time they took it up, if it took them 1,500 to take out to get you to that, so your little profit margin a little smaller than the other one. That's how that go. But I'm just saying, you see, it went from $4 to here, 49 being the highest that it's been right now. Now, U.S. Steel, I guess, is more of a leading company in the steel industry. So U.S. Steel is gone. It's an American situation though. So look for U.S. Steel to go up, just because they gonna benefit from the tariff. Cleveland Cliffs may benefit because they had a lot of going on. You could tap me in with that, man, with a lot of what they were selling it, doing something. It was a lot going on with it was a lot going on with US Steel. Hold on, this is my guy. If I have to holler at him. Just a lot going on with US Steel. So, but you see Cleveland Cliffs is $6. Now say 700, you can get 100 shares. If you got 700, I'll park it in the Cleveland Cliff. You feel me? Or if you don't trust it, do options off of it. But options is cheap. And I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna have to do that. So real quick, I ain't gonna do it right now, but what I am finna do, I'm finna show y'all how to play an option in this crazy situation. I'm gonna show y'all how to play an option. Now, boom. Remember I said I took 250. I put 250 in there yesterday. Now it was up. I doubled up yesterday, was at 500, right? But I got it till these is but now what I did is took the 250 and I busted down. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? I done bought little different ones that's gonna come to different. I spread it around. Now I could have just put it all into one. That's just me being me. You know what I'm saying? Just liking to see what this one do. It's like playing chess. I love to play chess. So it's like you playing chess with money. So now out my 250, I'm up a little bit, but I lost 119 out of that 500 that I was up yesterday off the 250. You feel what I'm saying? So now today, remember I said this morning that spike up. Now that spike up for me was a spike down. At 8:30 when it went up for them, you see mine went down. You know what I'm saying? How low can you go? You like, this ain't for the weak now. This ain't for the faint. You know what I'm saying? This is not investment advice. You know what I'm saying? But because mine went down because all the stocks that went up this morning, because I'm betting for the main ones, I got to go down. You feel what I'm saying? Like I got, see over here. Now when I got see over here when I got what I got now say I took my little 250, right? I took my little 250. I spread it around, right? Now say like uh right here, right? Let's see this is Tesla. Now I had got this one early. Now just to break it down, I bought an option. I paid $63 for this one. It's now worth $18. I lost total 45 of that 63 on that one. Now, if I want to buy another one, I would pay $18 to cover that. So I'm waiting on it to drop. Now, this is how, say you go to your options, right? Now, I got it till Friday. Now, call and put is up, down. If you think the price going to go up, you pick a call. You think the price going to go down, you go to the put side. I went to the put side. So when it's green, now, right now, if you was to go on, it'll let you think 230. Okay. If you think it's going to get to let's say 235. If you feel like it's going to get to 235 today, right, it'll cost you $8 and say $8.13. But see here, when you hit it, that's going to cost you $815, $830 right here. See how this changed? Because you got to pick the asking price. Because if you pick this price, it'll hold your money and it won't give it to you while it's moving. So you want it for sure, always take the price on this side. But the asking price. So say it's sitting at 230. Remember I said it's lunch hour. See how the numbers just kind of Tesla was moving. See, it's still moving, but now boom. Now it says going up 231. So say if you think it's gonna go to 235, put here. Now the way to play these, if you don't got a lot of money like me, I ain't got but 250, so I ain't got 800. So say I just want to take a piece of my 250, so I took 60 some dollars to try to pay a piece of that. So say now what I did, my 60, I gotta go up. So I gotta go what they call, I'm going long. I'm going out the range, but I only got till Friday. Keep that in mind. Now say right here, where it say 57, say I feel like I gotta pick it's gonna go to 270. But even though you further out the range, you see how the number changing. If I would have paid $6, I would have got $1 right quick. Bam, it just went up again. And that's $59. So you got it. And then if you want to get it, you want to get it before the price of it keep going up. So say if I would have paid $57, I would have made $2 so far. Because I'm thinking, okay, it's going at least. So now in your mind, now first when I was doing this, I was really hoping it go to 270. But now I know the game. Realistically, by Friday, the 11th, it's your date right here. This the expiration date of if you buy anything on anything in this number, you got to this date for it to do what it's gonna do. Today, Wednesday. 2 days with what they just put in, I doubt if it go up $30. You feel me? Will it go up $5? Maybe $2, $3, maybe. You play, but so if you're not sure it's gonna go up a lot, you want to be as close to the money line as possible. You feel me? That's why you want to be right here at the 800. So that way, if it go $1 or $2, you still cover. You don't really lose nothing. See how that just made $5. It's moving in $5. You see how the further away it moves $1 at a time. See, when you close like that, and the closer it get to this 232, see how it's moving? Look at it, 65. You see the number increments is moving in $3, $2, $5 increments. See how the number moves 75 because it's going up. See, the more it go up, you see what I'm saying? 68. Boom. Now, understand it's lunch out now. Man, we got to 3 o'clock though now. Money can't just sit. That's their job on Wall Street. They all day buying, selling. Like when I used to love trading places. You watch trading places. They buy, sell, sell, sell. That's what they doing. They buying and selling, and they that's money management. That's their job. They move it. So that's why they don't want a lot of us doing this, because now you don't got to take your money to one of our financial advisors and be like, yo, boom, because you kind of learning how to move. Now look at the money movement. This is how I learned money movement. When I first was doing it, I ain't know how the money. All I knew was it either went up or down. All I knew was I got $1,000 in there till not knowing I got it till Friday. I'm just hoping it go up. Thursday come, I done lost 800 of that. That's how that game go. Now I got enough sense to know certain moves ain't gonna be made in 2 or 3 days. So hence, I would come here, boom, and try to give myself at least a week or better to make if I want this to go to 240, I give it a week, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? To see where it moves and the price of this changes. Now, say you do a stock like Ford. Now let's look at the option numbers for Ford. Ford is what they consider. Ford is $5 right now. And it just went up because it was $4 or something. So Ford was yeah, it was four something. So now it's to drop back down to $5. You got 500, park it in Ford. They got the EVs, you know what I'm saying? And then you want to know the information. That's what I like about it. That's why they give you all the information you need. You can go on here, check the news, what they saying about it. So when you lose money, you can't say that it was on them. That's how they look at that. That's how they look at that. You know what I'm saying? So wait, hold up. Now I want to see if what they doing. They didn't took I know they ain't took the option off of Ford, B. I know they ain't take the options off of Ford, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Oh man, that's something different, bro. I gotta see I hope they ain't take options off of Ford, bro. Oh damn. My bad. I'm tripping. I was about to say Ford Motors. All right, there we go. There we go. Now I'm like, yeah, hold on. See how you would be not paying attention. You be to pick the wrong stock, got your money sitting in Ford, whatever, and it's that. So all right, hold on one second, bro. Man, let's see. Let's look at the option numbers on Ford. Ford $8 so 800, 900 to get you 100 shares of Ford. Now see, Ford prices is by Friday $11. See, you will hit that $11. That's a $20 play. If Ford go up $1 or two by Friday, if it go up 20 cents, you'll get $20 off your $11. You see what I'm saying? That's just how that works. But you see, Ford is moving very slow, if at all. American company, value company, the F-150s, Ford not going nowhere, but Ford is a long-term play. And so that's one you're going to put 3 to 5 years. You're going to try to park a lot of money, just let it sit. But if for any reason Ford might benefit from all of this buy American, make American, even though Ford got a lot of parts that they order from China, now they're going to have to probably order them from somebody else. It's going to still offset. It is what it is. But peep this right here. Looking forward. Now let's see what. Now say if you want to say if you want to hold a forward, now you can go down all the way to, let's say you want to hold forward to January 26th to the first of next year. $80, you could hold 100 shares because each option contract is like you renting 100 shares. So you could rent 100 shares of Ford. See, it's moving now. Got a little light, got a little juice. It didn't move a penny. It's in the green. Now see that just went up $2. So say you might want to get, now say if you got 500, right? You could buy 5 shares, 5 contracts. Let's say if you bought 5 contracts of Ford, it'll cost you $410. See right here? $410 for 5 contracts, which means if it move a dollar, that's $100, depending on how much up and down and sideways, that's between $50 to $100. So if you get 5 of them, you multiply it by 5. So if it move a dollar by 5, that's 500. That's a double up if it goes straight up. But if you got to watch the market, as soon as it goes straight up, take your money. So boom. But if it do it over time, so say it moved $20, that's $2,000 times 5. See how they make all this money? Now, say if you got $1,000,000, you ain't gonna buy 5 contracts. You're gonna buy 100 contracts, 1,000 contracts, $1,000,000 worth of contracts. So if it move $1 and you got $1 million worth of contracts, how much money you think you're gonna make? And they do this all day, every day. Every time them numbers move, they move and groove. They get their bread, man. So it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So check it out. Look at that. Cleveland Cliffs even bumped up. Spider bumped up. So it's a lot of, so we're gonna get back at y'all, man. Just wanted to drop something on your head. Check your 401k. It's one of them days. I'm gonna be right here posted up. Anything go left or go right, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this, man. But we gonna tap into these live trades, man. Throw us some names, throw us some stocks, so we can see if we can get some. But this is stocks for the blocks, man. This is for all my brothers in the hood that need another way. Take that money, man, put it into something else, and if you can manage that bag, because if you do this right, come on, man, and it's legal, bro. It's legal, bro. Man, put some money on your head for somebody else, do, man.